Collinwood at the turn of the century. And this night, one man should be filled with a new zest for living, for he has gotten through the day of his death and is still alive. But midnight presents a new problem for him. Can he betray the one person who has tried to help him?
There it is, the rectory, where Barnabas is, where he waits for me. Can I betray him? But if I don't, Patofi, I'll leave Collinwood. You'll never find me. Everything will be different. Barnabas will be safe. And I? What will I be? What will I be? I must do it. I must.
Julia. Julia. Surely you remember me, Barnabas. Julia. Look at this letter. Surely you remember finding it in the old house. You must have found it because you had it with you when they found you outside of Collinwood. I wrote you this letter. You came back in time to help me. Julia, don't you remember any of this? You must try.
Letter.
Julia, you read this in the future. And now you're back in 1897.
1 o'clock.
Yes. Yes, September 10th is past.
David.
David. What about David? Try to remember, Julia. You must.
Barnabas?
I'm up here, Quentin. Thank God you're alive.
Is she out of it yet? Charity was right. Beth tried to kill me.
Beth?
Yes. I deserved it. I couldn't explain that I had no feeling for Angelique, but that I must marry her.
But what stopped Beth from killing you?
Patofi. He just happened to come into the drawing room. If he hadn't, I'd be dead.
And do you feel grateful to him?
I'd be grateful to anyone who did that.
Well, he is not anyone, Quentin.
I know that.
Not only that, but he has never done anything for anyone without expecting something in return. Now, you must come to me if he makes any demands on you.
Yes. Yes, I will.
Are you sure?
Of course. Why wouldn't I be?
Julia. Julia, we're here. Both of us. Quentin is all right. Do you understand, Julia? Quentin is all right.
Why is she crying?
Oh, black. Oh, no, the wreath. The wreath on the
door.
Barnabas, what's she talking about?
Quiet.
Elizabeth, Carolyn. Don't cry, Carolyn. Don't cry.
Why is Carolyn crying, Julia?
Oh, no, Carolyn, don't run out of the room, Carolyn. Stay with Elizabeth. Try to think of Elizabeth and Roger.
She is watching them.
Who?
The family in the future. She is watching them now. Watching them this very minute. She is caught in time. She is trapped between two worlds. Something that is happening there this very minute. She's not able to see or to do anything about it. What are you seeing, Julia? You must tell us.
The door of the funeral wreath on the door. Poor Roger. There are tears in his eyes. David is dead.
Dead. David is dead.
He's standing, looking at his dead son.
You did not want to go with Quentin. I know that, David. A part of you that you still controlled wanted to stay with us. But he was too strong. His power was too great, my son. Now you have joined him. May you have peace at last. May you both have peace.
Father,
David!
what am I doing here like this?
Oh, my son! Thank God!
They're gone. Quentin and Beth are gone. Forever. I was with them.
Quentin and Beth have disappeared. David is all right.
What does that mean, Barnabas? What does it mean? Quentin is gone. What? You must tell me.
Julia, it's all right. You are here with us in the past.
The past? Am I in time? Is it the 10th of September?
Quentin is saved. This is Quentin himself. He is no ghost.
You look the same, but there's no evil in your face.
You saw me in the year you came from?
Yes, you were with David just before.
David's all right. You told us that. But how can we believe you? No one can come back to life.
Someone could, if the reason for David's death were eliminated. And since you did not die yesterday, there is no ghost, and David was never possessed.
But I can't live from now until then.
How do you know that you won't? But even if you should die, you will not have the obsession with David that you had.
Why did I have it?
What happened yesterday with Jameson? Tell me. Did he reject you, Quentin?
Yes.
And what are you going to do about it today?
I'm going to make him change his mind, Barnabas. I'll do anything. I've got to make him understand.
But if you had died last night, you would not have been able to make the effort, would you? And even beyond the grave, you would not have rested. You would always want Jameson's approval, his love. And when you saw David, it was the reincarnation of Jameson for you.
And that means I have what no other man has ever had. A second chance.
See that you take it, Quentin.
But why did Beth's ghost disappear from 1969, too?
Beth killed herself just after she killed you. Her spirit told me.
So now Collinwood is free of its spirits.
But what about the skeleton in my room?
What skeleton?
Well, when Jameson was possessed by David, he told me that he found my room sealed and that there was a skeleton sitting in the chair beside the desk. Now, if those bones are not mine, whose are they?
We shall have to wait and find out later.
But who would die in my room? And why would the room be sealed?
We can't answer all the questions tonight, Quentin.
No. It seems that all my life I've caused trouble. I find that I really hate having come back and continued after my death. You'll excuse me, Barnabas, I don't want to talk about it. I thank you. I'm glad that you're feeling better. The next time, you'll have to tell me all about the world you know. Barnabas was very secretive about it.
Quentin, don't say anything to anyone about this, of course.
Who would I tell?
I feel so sorry for him.
Do you?
Was that wrong? Barnabas, what is it?
I don't know. I just have the feeling that something has happened to him.
Well, he's just lived instead of dying.
Perhaps it is just a shock. I hope so.
Well, Barnabas, at least we can go back now, Barnabas. I want to go back, and you must come with me.
Neither of us is going back, Julia.
You've done what you came here to do. David is free of Quentin.
But Chris Jennings is still a werewolf. And one thing I found out, that Chris Jennings must be a great-grandson of Quentin's.
Barnabas!
Quentin has a baby girl, Lenore. She's been rejected by every member of the family, but I'll explain that later. The curse only applies to male heirs, and so far as I know, that the only male descendant of Lenore is Chris.
What can we do to save Chris now?
Something happened this month. Quentin did not change to the wolf when the moon was full. I don't know why, but I must find out. It's something to do with a Count Batoffi. If I can find out what happened, we can save Chris.
Barnabas, I can't let you take this chance any longer. You've been lucky, but it could stop.
Yes, my luck nearly has. Everyone here knows what I am.
And they're hunting you? Barnabas, let's both go back.
No!
Barnabas, there's something I haven't told you. When you left, when you concentrated on the door, your body remained there.
I expected that.
It disappeared the other night.
When?
Oh, let me think. The night before last. Yes, the night I found the letter. The letter was the only reason that I knew you were still alive.
The I Ching. I was using the I Ching when Edward came down to the basement. He scattered the wands and the spell was broken.
And your body disappeared in the future? Barnabas, what if you can't get back? What if your body disappearing means that? Oh, Barnabas, let's try to get back together. Perhaps that way it will work.
Not while Petopi is still here. Quentin will not admit it, but Petopi is determined to control him. I know it. Petopi has already has threatened to extinguish the whole family and to kill Quentin. And if that happens, there will be no family, no Quentin, no Collins family. Ever. None. I know Petopi. I know what he's capable of. I must deal with him here, or I'll have to deal with him in the future. So you are going to stay here with me.
I always lose with you, don't I? All right. What do you want me to do?
You are going to make me live again in the daytime. I must to deal with Petopi.
Barnabas, no, I can't do that. I don't have the right
Don't
drugs.
fight with me. You will use substitutes.
It's impossible.
Here are your clothes. Now, there is a certain lawyer, Evan Handley. He practices the black arts. You will go to him as a member of the New York Coven. And when you introduce yourself to him, he will know you. He will be afraid not to do anything else. He will help you get the things that you need quickly. Now, here are your clothes. Now, this is what you are to say to him.
Will you please turn down that infernal racket?
Oh, don't be so grim, brother. Dance to it. You know, music is to dance to. Don't you know that? Didn't anyone ever tell you that?
Disgraceful.
No. The tune is quite melodious.
I'm talking about you. Look at you. You're drunk again. Why, Quentin, why?
Do you really want me to tell you why, brother mine?
I'm sure you couldn't even if you tried.
Oh, yes, but I can. Yes, tonight, for once, I can. I have a conscience, brother mine. Does that surprise you, huh? It almost does me. I did something that I shouldn't have done. Whatever I did, I shouldn't have done it. That's why I'm drunk tonight, brother. That's why.
This may be painful, Barnabas. If I had thought, I would have brought my equipment with me. This is primitive.
Evan Handley was helpful?
Yes, not my favorite person, but very hopeful. He woke a druggist who was a close friend of his.
And you got everything you needed?
Well, I had to make some substitutions. Barnabas, this may not work. You must face that. Even if it does, it will be another unknown voyage for you. The change in drugs could affect you any number of ways. I'll have to keep a very close check on you. You'll have to stay here until dawn.
I must go to Quentin.
But Barnabas, you've got to have another injection tonight. I can't give you enough quantities all at once.
Then I'll come back. But I have to see Quentin right away about something.
I remember saying, oh, how I'd like to look like that. Always look like that. I don't ever want to see that face again.
Quentin! Quentin! Lock it.
You like to take chances now, don't you, Barnabas?
I've got to see you about this.
may I recommend the artist? One Charles Delaware Tate, a master of realism.
Quentin, please try to sober up. I haven't much time. I saw this portrait when the moon was full. The portrait changed, but you did not. Why did you change, Quentin? Why?
The gods laugh sometimes.
That is no reason.
There is none, then.
There is. Did you ask Tate?
He can give no reason.
Did you see Petofi?
No.
Why not?
Why would I?
Because you know that he was a werewolf, and you know that he is not one now.
I also know that he's an enemy. And an enemy doesn't give kindness or explanations. Now, that's all there is to it, Barnabas. Now, my throat is parched. I have talked too much tonight. You're in charge of finding my mystery. You find out why I didn't change. You discover the secret of the portrait. I'm tired of secrets. I'm tired of living this way. I want to be decent again. I want to be normal again. I want to be myself again.
Julia? Julia! Julia!